Good day. Beautiful star in the sky as the sun is about to come up on my left hand side. That star will be there for another 30 minutes visible. And yesterday the moon was visible to 12 o'clock in the afternoon. 1 o'clock. It's awesome. Let me tell you what COVID, this election, the economy, your music right now, and all of these other things that are being thrown at you via your televisions have in common. Fear. Fear. Many of you are snapping out of it on your own level. And vaccines, these child rings, adrenochrome, COVID 19, lockdowns, fraudulent selections. I said selection, not election. Are all triggered to keep you in a state of fear. The fear lowers your vibration and paralyzes you. Are you a mere mortal that has no power and no control over your perception of reality? Or are you an eternal spirit having the experience of being human, co creator of your current reality, and creator of your reality in general? Which one sounds more or less powerful? The mere mortal, where things are happening to you and you're just reacting to it, or the immortal soul having the experience of being human, in which you have the power to respond and co-create and create your reality? What happens when you wear that hat? Your world changes because you're changing it from the inside. If you change your world from the inside, it reflects on the outside. The degree to how it reflects on the outside, or the speed to how fast it reflects on the outside, depends on how tight your reins are. Your grip is on the fact that you are creating your own reality. Your perception of reality is what's under attack. That's why it's a good idea to lean toward green stuff, less toward animal products, to lean toward positivity and being neutral at the very least, and not bathing in fear tactics that are thrown at you like poison darts. My gosh. Have you arrived to the thought yet? CV-19 has not killed more people than the flu. Have you asked the question, why would the whole entire world, I'm going to speak for this country, but why the global shutdown for a situation that is not as deadly as the flu? Have you arrived at that yet? Have you arrived to the conclusion that the whole voting process was a trap to re-sign away your sovereignty here in this country, particularly if you are indigenous to the land? Are you able to see through the fear-based reality that is presented to you? Are you able to see and feel your own power? Are you noticing in your YouTube feeds that the algorithms are set up to present to you the things that have been studied about you, particularly and personally, that have been proven to distract you? If you like cats, that's showing up in your feed. If you like sports, that is showing up in your feed. I like basketball, so basketball shows up in the feed constantly. You know what doesn't show up in my feed? Hockey. Football doesn't show up in my feed. Soccer never shows up in my feed. Baseball never shows up in my feed. My YouTube feed, anything that has to do with basketball, any aspect of it, my feeds are bombarded by it. You know what my feeds are not bombarded by? Dr. Phil Valentine, Dr. Delbert Blair. My feeds aren't bombarded by that. Crystal Clear. It's not bombarded by that. Ralph Smart. My feeds are not bombarded by Ralph Smart, who I think I've just felt spiritually I need to leave a link in the description to him for those who entertain my voice. Ralph Smart. I will remember to leave a link in the description for him. Sure, you've heard of him. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be a light source for the geographic location in which you are. Wherever you are right now in life is where you're exactly supposed to be. Exactly where you're supposed to be. And you don't know who is around you that's on a similar vibration until it presents itself. Yesterday was sort of a challenging day at work. Okay? Mad scramble for, well, I don't want to put work business on the internet. Yesterday was a little challenging. Okay? You're only one person and you can only be at one place at one time. And I was needed to be several places at one time. And I came across a cosmic soul brother who I almost missed, staying in my own head and my own thoughts. And once I got to talking to him, realized that vibrationally we were very similar on the same wavelength. The things he knew that I hadn't heard and things I knew he hadn't heard. And when we connected, interlocked, he was there longer than he was supposed to be. We're just feeding off that good ass prana, that good ass energy. The energy that doesn't take away from your bucket, but fills your bucket. You feel his, he feels yours. Bang. It was like a figure eight. Bang, 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 bang. At the end of the conversation, he's looking forward to researching the things that I talked about. And I look forward to researching the things that he's talking about today. Great experience. Red pill experience. I have gotten out of the habit of red pilling people by force. It's not what this is about. But I'll check your temperature and see where you're vibrating at if you ask a question. And the most important thing is to see if you're asking multiple questions. I don't run into that every day. And when someone like him starts asking multiple questions, oh, that is an eternal soul having the experience of being human that's ready to wake up, ready for the red pill. Levels to this. Are you sure you want that red pill? Yes, please. Proceed, was his answer. And like I said, that doesn't happen to me often. So I gave it to him. I gave him the tip of the iceberg. I gave him enough information to keep him busy for a while. Research. And he inclined did the same. Dope. I could go into specifics, but that would take me here a lot longer than the few minutes I want to be here. I think the purpose of today's presentation is to remind you of something that I've been saying since we started this channel, this particular channel. The other one was knocked off some time ago. This channel is less threatening because there are very few subscribers, and that's cool because I guess I'm supposed to only talk to. I think the key to it is staying under the radar. I'm not into big channels and shit. The purpose of today's presentation is to remind you that fear is, in fact, false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. I don't want you afraid of anything. Nothing. There's nothing. You do not have my permission to be afraid of anything. Not that you need it. I'm just telling you. You don't have my permission to be afraid of anything. Not when you are an eternal soul having the experience of being human and you have the power of creation through your Magi nation. The nation of magicians. A lunch earlier in the week. Where is irrelevant? But because it would probably just serve as a distraction. What's more important is the waitress and I were talking, and sometimes you're talking like what just happened to me. You swallow, and she swallowed and started choking on her own saliva that leaked down the wrong tube. She's not wearing a mask. I'm sitting in the back of the restaurant where I like to sit, away from most people. And she proceeds to cough almost violently in an effort to clear her throat and stop choking. It was one of those coughs where you almost want to tell her, hey, put both your hands over your head to help you clear that space. All right? And she's embarrassed, and she's putting her arm over her mouth because she's afraid of contaminating my area and this, that, and the other. And as she's coughing, I'm soothing her. I'm telling her, listen, I'm not afraid of your water droplets. Are you kidding me? All right? Cough until you feel better. Matter of fact, you are, and this is what I told her, you are in a safe space. Please continue to cough. Your water droplets do not affect me. It was a couple water droplets. They don't affect me. Yeah, I'm not scared of fucking water droplets. Are you kidding me? You have been going through allergy seasons, some of you, forever. And now we're in an environment where if you cough, it's like, someone looks at you with the death stare. I am not one of those people. Feel free to cough around me. I'm not saying cough in my face on purpose because, that would be, disrespectful. What I'm saying is I'm not afraid of your water droplets. My gosh. Allow her to breathe. And she's still coughing, but she'd have had a rougher time if she had to try to hold it in and get it, because she can't go back through the rest of the restaurant while in a coughing fit. She's sort of trapped in my area. Save space. Continue to cough. I'm not scared of your water droplets. Okay? And I'm not going to sidebar and get into why I'm not scared of your water droplets or what or remind you what a virus is and what its function is. Okay? Go back to my virus video for that. My gosh. She got herself together. Took the order. Went and got the order. And in time, her red eyes turned white again. You all afraid programmed to be afraid of water droplets, to be afraid to be less than 6 feet near somebody. It's a reoccurring theme of six. 6 feet of separation is social distancing. 6 degrees of separation. Some of you've heard of that before. Buried 6 feet underground. Where is all of these sixes coming from? That's another video. I've done that before. I've done that. Relevant. Fear. False evidence appearing real. We're not afraid. The vaccines to come, should you choose to allow yourself to be injected. Okay? The sole purpose of that is to keep you locked down spiritually, keep you vibrating low, keep you from the waking up process that many of you are going through on your own time. You all have your own internal alarm clocks, and they're going off when they are supposed to. We're not here to push it, rush it. We don't. We don't run up in a cave and force a bear to come out of hibernation. The bears will wake up when they're supposed to wake up. And when the bears wake up, they remember that they are bears. And they are hungry. And it's just, not a whole lot you could do with a hungry bear. You're not scaring a hungry bear. We're not scared of you. You're afraid of my water droplets. We're not scared of you. We're not going to be triggered by you. We are aware of the spiritual attacks. We just are. We are prepared to respond and to choose how we respond and not react. The difference between responding and reacting. We choose how we respond. We will not react. And if we react, we will not react from a position of fear. My gosh, you kidding me? The false evidence appearing real? No, thank you. No, thank you. When you run into a like mind connect, with that like mind connect, you need that. That like mind needs that. It does. You need that. You need that energy share. The figure eight. You need the energy share. In this environment, you need the energy share. You want to keep the lines off the forehead. You need the energy share. Connect with like minds. You will love those close to you who are not like-minded, and it may be necessary for you to separate yourself for your own spiritual sanity. Challenge, tough, I get it. Spiritual sanity. Because everybody is alarm clock. It's not timed to the same time. We're not here to push anything on anybody. We're not. Not when all the information is available. A lot of disinformation available. Most of the disinformation is what's available. When you go inside and you're able to tap into things vibrationally, you're able to navigate vibrationally. And the things that you learn are for your journey. You're not here to force what you know on anybody else's journey. If you have a question, or if they have a question and they ask, and they have given you permission to answer from a perspective of what you have come into contact with going inside yourself. And it becomes their responsibility at that point for them to tap into themselves and see what resonates with them and what does not. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good day.